You've successfully completed your study of the third and final element of Ignite Performance Training, athletic movement. Before we move on to program design, take a moment to reflect on how you will apply this new training methodology to your current training plans. Create an action strategy for yourself to be sure you get started using these new concepts and progression methods immediately. Remember, action's where results happen. Using the Ignite Performance Training Roadmap along with the progression pyramid, the pieces are all in place to begin to design athlete training plans with purpose. The performance training cycle begins with the I360 athlete evaluation, which drives Ignite performance training plans. The Ignite challenge philosophy is also a critical part of your short and long-term plans. Stage 1 of program design begins with interpreting your athlete's I360 evaluation scores. In Stage 2, you identify training priorities by choosing specific components of the athletic engine that should be improved for best performance gains. In Stage 3, you will communicate your plans with the sport coach, athlete, and their parents if appropriate. In Stage 4, you set the framework for your season plan by listing your athlete's characteristics such as age, training experience, and sport experience. In Stage 5, you review the sport demands to prioritize the needs of your athlete. Spend some time studying sport-specific training information and perform a sport analysis to truly understand how to create a sport-specific training plan. In Stage 6, you review the seasonal demands of the sport to understand when to transition training priorities. Stage 7 is when you apply the Ignite Performance Training Roadmap for each of the elements. In Stage 8, you begin to design the periodization model now that you've collected all the necessary information needed to design a plan with purpose. Take some time to complete the program design reflection in your workbook to ensure that you have captured all your planning action strategies. Over the past 20 years, how athletes prepare for training and for games has changed significantly. A well-designed dynamic warm-up prepares athletes by focusing on these 6 major components. Make sure to read these 6 components. To achieve the physiological and psychological benefits of an active dynamic warm-up, be sure to include these components, ideally in the order in which they are listed here. Here's a summary of the most important aspects of Section 6. Ignite Performance Training has great value for youth, competitive, and adult athletes. The Ignite Performance Training Roadmap is a systematic programming tool that ensures progression. Each element has its own unique principles, guidelines, and overload variables to consider when building that segment of the workout. Program design is a multi-step process that builds athlete progression within each workout, training cycle, training season, and ultimately each annual plan. Take a moment to return to your workbook and answer the reflection questions for Section 6, Application of the Ignite Performance Training System and Methodology. Answer the quiz questions in this section to be sure you are confident with the application of the Ignite Performance Training System's application and outcomes.